Hello and welcome back to another motivational journey. Today we're exploring a powerful, often underestimated force: silence. Yes, that quiet moment where words fail, but wisdom shines. Today's topic is all about when to be silent in these 5 situations. Now, let's be clear, silence doesn't mean inaction. It's not weakness, passivity, or ignorance. It's actually a choice, a mark of strength and self-discipline. In our loud, fast-paced world, we often feel compelled to voice every thought and defend every action. But sometimes, true power lies in what's left unsaid, in the choice to hold back and wait. Let's dive deep into 5 powerful situations where silence becomes a shield, a source of strength, and sometimes the wisest response of all. These are situations where our instinct might urge us to speak, to react, but where true growth lies in choosing calm over chaos. So grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's reflect on the moments where your silence could be the most powerful thing you say. 1. Be silent when you're angry. Anger. We all know that rush of emotions, the racing heart, the tightening chest, the thoughts racing to our lips, ready to spill out without control. Anger is such a powerful emotion that, in the heat of the moment, we can feel justified saying things that we'll later regret. It's an emotion that often demands to be expressed immediately, but here's where silence can be your greatest ally. When you're angry, silence is a protective pause. It's a choice to step back rather than forward. Imagine this. You're in an argument with someone you care about. In that moment, every instinct tells you to release your emotions, to let them know exactly how you feel. But words spoken in anger can cut deep. They can leave lasting wounds that no apology can fully erase. By choosing silence, you're choosing to avoid unnecessary damage. You're giving yourself the space to think, to calm down, and to approach the situation with a clear mind. This silence isn't a weakness. It's a strategy for maintaining peace and protecting your relationships. Choosing silence in anger is one of the hardest things to do because it goes against our natural urges. But when you let your silence speak for you, it says, I respect this relationship enough to take a step back. It says, I value my peace more than this momentary impulse. It says, I am in control of myself. And that control, that restraint, is a sign of wisdom and maturity. Anger passes, but the impact of our words remains. Let your silence be the cooling balm to your fiery emotions, and watch how it strengthens your relationships and your sense of inner peace. 2. Be silent when someone is criticizing you unfairly. Let's talk about criticism, something that none of us enjoy but all of us encounter. Now, constructive criticism is a gift. It helps us grow, improve, and become better versions of ourselves. But unfair criticism? That's something else entirely. Unfair criticism often comes from people who don't understand you, who don't see the whole picture, or who are projecting their own insecurities onto you. When someone criticizes you unjustly, the instinct is to defend yourself, to correct them, to set the record straight. But in doing so, we sometimes give them more power than they deserve. Imagine someone belittling your work, dismissing your dreams, or questioning your values without truly understanding who you are. Instead of reacting with defensiveness or anger, choose silence. Silence here isn't about accepting their opinion. It's about showing that their words have no effect on your confidence. By staying silent, you're saying, I know my worth, and I don't need to defend it to you. You're showing that you don't need external validation to feel secure in who you are. Criticism only stings when we give it weight. Silence strips that weight away. When we stay silent, the critic is left to deal with their own words, their own assumptions. They may expect a reaction, a response, but when none comes, they're left to question themselves. In this silence, you're teaching them that your self-worth isn't up for debate, that you're not so easily shaken. Silence in the face of unjust criticism is a testament to your inner strength, your self-assurance, and your resilience. 3. Be silent when words won't solve the problem. There are times in life when no amount of words can fix a situation. When someone is grieving, when someone is facing pain that words cannot touch, silence can be more healing than any attempt at consolation. In moments of deep suffering or emotional turmoil, words can feel hollow. They can feel like an attempt to fill an unfillable space. In these times, silence can offer a kind of companionship that words cannot. When you choose silence in these moments, you're allowing the other person's pain or struggle to exist without trying to fix it or make it go away. You're saying, I see you. I'm here with you. In this silence, you're offering presence, empathy, and respect. You're giving them space to feel without judgment, without interruption. And often that's what people need most. Someone to sit with them in their darkness, without feeling pressured to bring the light too soon. It takes strength to stay silent in these moments. It takes restraint to resist the urge to comfort, to advise, to offer words that might not be welcome. Silence here is not a lack of caring. It's a sign of deep respect for the other person's journey. It's a willingness to walk with them through the storm, to let them feel the fullness of their emotions without trying to change or lessen them. Sometimes, the greatest gift you can give is to simply be there, in the silence. 4. Be silent when you don't know the full story. How many times have we jumped to conclusions, only to find out later that we didn't know the whole story? In the rush to judge, to decide who's right or wrong, it's easy to overlook details, to miss nuances, and to make assumptions that aren't accurate. Silence in these moments is a sign of humility. It's an acknowledgement that we don't always know everything, that there are complexities and layers to situations that we may not see. Choosing silence when we don't have all the information prevents misunderstandings. It protects relationships, it avoids unnecessary conflict, and it leaves room for compassion. When you choose silence here, you're saying, I value understanding more than being right. You're showing that you have the maturity to listen, to ask questions, and to seek the truth before forming judgments. Imagine a situation where you witness a disagreement between friends. Without knowing the full context, it might be tempting to take sides, to offer opinions, or to jump in with solutions. But by staying silent, you allow space for clarity to emerge. Silence here is a form of respect. It's a reminder to yourself and others that life is complex, that people's actions often have reasons we can't see, and that judging too quickly can lead to unnecessary pain. Silence in these situations isn't ignorance, it's wisdom. It's a sign that you trust the process, that you're willing to let things unfold in their own time without forcing your own perspective onto others. 5. Be silent when you're listening to someone who trusts you. Lastly, let's talk about the power of silence in listening. In today's world, true listeners are rare. We're often so eager to respond, to give advice, to share our own experiences, that we forget the value of simply listening. But when someone opens up to you, when they trust you with their story, their pain, or their dreams, silence can be the most profound response. Silence says, I'm here for you. I'm listening with my whole heart. I value what you're saying. In these moments, silence is not empty. It's full. It's full of presence, of understanding, and of love. By choosing silence when someone confides in you, you're showing them that you're not here to judge, to advise, or to fix. This kind of silence deepens connections, builds trust, and creates a safe space for others to be their true selves. When you choose to stay silent, to really listen, you're saying, your story matters, your voice matters. Each of these situations calls for a different kind of silence, but in every case, silence is a conscious choice. It's a form of strength that protects your peace, strengthens your relationships, and nurtures your inner wisdom. Silence is not an absence. It's a presence, a powerful force that allows you to connect more deeply with yourself and others. In a world filled with noise, choosing silence can set you apart. It can give you a calm center, a steady foundation, and a powerful inner strength that nothing can shake. So, next time you find yourself in one of these situations, remember the power of silence. Let it be your strength, your shield, and your guide. Embrace silence as a source of wisdom, compassion, and peace. And remember, sometimes the loudest response you can give is silence itself. Thank you for joining me on this journey of growth and self-discovery. Until next time, stay strong, stay silent when you need to, and keep on your journey of becoming the best version of yourself.